What is title insurance in Pennsylvania? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you really need to know so you know what you're doing getting title in Pennsylvania. Let's get into it. Alright, so the thing to think about is you probably have had a car and you had a title to your car, and that shows ownership of the car. So when you've transferred title of your car from one person to another person, that means now the ownership has switched from this person to the new person. Like if you get a loan on your car, the loan company is going to hold your title. They're basically holding ownership of your car. In real estate, it's not much different, and there's a deed that transfers title from one person to the next. Now, the important thing with title is that you don't have any liens against your property. So you don't want anybody to come to you and say, hey, by the way, you owe me 50 grand in back taxes, or I fixed the roof on this house and I have a mechanic's lien on the house. So getting title insurance is absolutely critical when it comes to buying a house in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a state that normally doesn't use an attorney to do title, they just use a title agent. We have our title company, Vanguard Settlement Services. They do about 300 titles a year, and what they're doing is they are doing a search on the house and making sure everything is free and clear. But the other thing that title does in Pennsylvania is they really handle all the paperwork that goes along with buying a house and making sure that you're paying what you got to pay, everything else gets paid off. So it's kind of like when you go to buy the house, everybody puts their money into a big pile and then it's distributed out to everybody that needs it. Like the mortgage company, like the owner, the tax authorities, whoever needs money or is owed money. Well, everybody needs money. So whoever's owed money gets it. Title insurance pricing is fixed by the state of Pennsylvania. You're really just shopping more on performance than you are on price, because the price is the same no matter who you really use. There's a couple little fees that are negotiable, but they're really very minor. And I'd say it's about 0.75% of how much the house is. So maybe if the house is $500,000, maybe title's about $3,500 ballpark in terms of its cost. This is going to be something that's included in your closing costs. You're going to see title insurance. You cannot buy a house with a mortgage without getting title insurance. So it's really important that you get it. There's an upgraded title insurance that you can get, but most people just get the basic package. The insurance part of it, I guess I'll address, is basically, let's say you do buy the house, the title transfers to you, and then all of a sudden somebody says, hey, wait a minute, my cousin Sally didn't have the right to sell that house. That house is mine. The title insurance company is going to try and straighten that out for you in terms of getting that resolved. Now, that would be considered a title insurance claim, and your title insurance agent doesn't want any claims, so that's why they do a title search and find everything going on relative to that property before you close. Now, sometimes there'll be stuff that just drives you crazy, like a mortgage was refinanced and they never got it fixed. Like they never recorded it with the county or whatever. And then you are scrambling at the last minute trying to get the title figured out so you can close on the house. Again, a mortgage company obviously doesn't want to loan against a house that doesn't have a clean title, because then there's a dispute to their potential ownership of the house if they were to foreclose on the house. So they want to make sure that you have title insurance. If you buy a house cash, you can forego title insurance. However, it's probably not a great idea. It's worth getting. So every time I buy a house personally, I get it. All my clients get it. Anyway, I hope that was helpful in explaining title insurance in Pennsylvania. If you have any questions, I can connect you with our title insurance company, Vanguard Settlement Services. If you're looking to buy a house in southeastern Pennsylvania, my name is Rob Lawrence. I'm based out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. I service Montgomery, Delaware, and Chester County, as well as Newcastle County, Delaware. Feel free to reach out to me with any real estate questions. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And have a great day, everybody.